'Cause
okay.
that was the first thing people hear. I'm going to keep hitting you. Hello, folks.
leave.
I'm not actually going to keep hitting Amy. I was making the point that in order for me to reach the mouse, I have to go across like that to get to the mouse. Which is why the stream might have started with me saying I'm going to keep hitting you.
Yeah.
I wasn't threatening to beat Amy. Hello, how is everybody on Thursday? Let me know if you can't hear us properly because we're both we're sharing one microphone, so we're both sat a little further away from it than we normally would. Hopefully, you can hear us all okay. But it's Thursday. That means live stream because Thursday is a day of the week and we're doing these every day. Hopefully, you've all had a lovely day. Have you had a lovely day?
Yeah.
See, Amy's had a lovely day. Amy's here for the first time in 3 weeks. Amy is actually here in the Lollujo Towers studio.
Oh, yeah.
And sleeping here and stuff. It's all good. We're back to some kind of normality. And talking of normality, we're going to jump straight into the Q&A. So, as usual, I have a cup of coffee in my hand. You have the time it takes me to drink that cup of coffee to ask as many questions as you would like on whatever topics you would like, and we'll try and get through as many of them as we possibly can before the coffee is gone. Obviously with Amy here, just like the one with Lucy earlier in the week with Amy here, feel free to target the questions more at her. We'll probably prioritise Amy questions because who knows when she's next going to be on one of these, and people always have questions and stuff for her.
I'm here on Tuesday, so probably then.
Probably then.
Yeah.
Make sure you put at Kevin Chapman at the start of questions as well, because they're the only ones I see. I don't see anything in the chat that hasn't started with that because I just can't keep up with the chat any other way. And of course, if we don't get to your questions, then just come back another day. We're doing these for at least another 3 weeks now after today's announcements. We're doing these every day for as long as the UK is in lockdown. And of course, as ever, if you want to jump the queue and guarantee that your question gets answered, Super Chat is the way to do that. I always promise to read out every single Super Chat that comes in, answer every question that comes in via Super Chat. So yeah, if you want to do that, then go for it. I can see lots of people telling us to clap for the NHS at 8 o'clock.
We will.
Well, 2 points. I'll do what I want. It's not up to you whether I clap or not.
I'm gonna clap.
Yeah. I clap every week, but the more people tell me to clap, the more I resent the idea of clapping, because it should be something people do because they want to show support, not because everyone else told them to. So by all means, clap your faces off at 8 o'clock, and just like every week since this has been going on, I'll clap on camera, and we're next to a garage door, so the people out there will hear us. And the people who work for the NHS will hear me just as well from inside my house as they'll hear you from your doorstep. But yeah, don't stop telling me to clap.
Am
Goodness
I quiet?
me.
Am I even quiet? I've just seen somebody say I'm quiet.
You probably are quiet because you're quite far away from the microphone.
I'm just gonna yell. I don't.
Yeah,
just
project.
Project my. I knew you were
Project.
gonna say that.
It's because even with the microphone trying to be between us, the bit that you talk into is still on me.
There's literally beard hairs on your mic, Dad.
Yeah, because I sit here like this, rubbing my beard into it.
That's gross.
Right, let's grab some questions. Get Amy to go and get Dave. No, Dave would be a nightmare in here.
Yeah,
He would destroy
sorry.
everything. So, first one, how are you, Amy?
I'm good. Good.
There
How
we
are
go.
you?
Amy's
How are
good. Have you ever been to Wigan? I assume that's a question for you because I asked for Amy to Wigan. I've never been to Wigan. I imagine you probably also have never been to Wigan.
I don't even know what that
It's up
is,
near
sorry.
Manchester. It's a place up sort of near Manchester.
I just said what that is. So
Wigan is a place.
I have not.
Amy, how have you been finding studying at home?
I mean, I haven't done it because of Easter holidays, and I wasn't doing it for the week before Easter holidays because I was taking care of Luce and Mum and stuff. My teachers are very understanding as well. They were like, yeah, definitely, family comes first. If you have time, try and do it, but no pressure. And I was like, oh, thanks.
You could have caught up over the Easter holidays, though, you lazy swine.
Shut up. That's where I get it from. I kept wanting to call somebody a swine the other day. I was like, who calls
Hold on a
somebody
second.
swine?
I've just noticed this fuggler. He's got a little button for a bumhole. I've just noticed it with him sat on my desk over there. I just noticed he had a little bumhole button. I've never seen that before under his tail. That's awesome.
You're so weird.
Right, I looked over and that was looking back at me.
Oh my god. You are a weird
Kiva Patterson Vlogs is in with a super chat. Thank you very much. Kiva says, how was your day? How was your day?
Good. How was your day? I keep asking, how are you guys? And you don't.
Yeah, you know
explain.
you're the one streaming, don't you? So
I know, but
they can't necessarily answer.
Oh, apparently I don't like you.
Lucky you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to you, I imagine.
A female version of you, though.
You can't grow as good a beard. I've seen you try, and it's nowhere near as good.
Dad!
Do you like buses, Amy?
I mean, I don't dislike them, although they scare. I can't go on buses on my own. I've done it once, and I made my friend look like an idiot because I was like, "Does this bus go to where it needs to go?" And then she said, "Does this go through here?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, because it's going to this place." And we look like idiots. I was just like, "Well, I don't know that." This is literally. I only just went on a bus without mum for the first time, like quite recently with my friends, and it was the most stressful thing I've ever done. Lucy had to write down what I had to say.
My word. Spooky Skeleton says, "Have you dyed your hair? It looks gorge." I haven't dyed my hair.
Dad!
But thank you very much for the compliment.
Lucy bleached it like last night. Just last night.
I am a little bit disappointed because the one time I bleached my hair, it went ginger, and you and Lucy
Dad,
seem to go quite blonde.
It's quite ginger.
Is it?
And I've used a purple shampoo. I forgot I had red undertones.
I'm colourblind, so I don't really understand.
I know, you didn't notice. I was like, "Dad, my hair," and you were like, "What about it?"
Yeah.
It's great. What?
Well, I know the right thing to do is always to just to say yes, your hair is lovely whenever a female asks. Did I notice the button after I abused? I didn't abuse it.
You abused it?
I just punched him a few times.
Dad, that's abuse.
I unpunched him though. There's a clip on Twitch of me unpunching him afterwards.
You unpunched him.
Yeah. Kiva's in with another super chat. Would Amy ever do a day in the life of Amy?
Oh.
One moment. It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, there's nobody out there clapping, which normally I'm clapping along with everybody else. Let's try and keep our hands as far away from the microphone as possible because poor old headphones users.
Sorry.
And people not in the UK who have no idea what's going on. There's no. Oh, there are a few other people out there doing it. Normally it's much louder, but I've got some bells somewhere I could be ringing.
Bells. Everybody's been like whacking pans with wooden spoons.
Yeah, where are my bells? You keep clapping. I'm looking for bells.
Hey, I'm clapping for two, guys. I'm clapping for two.
I'm sure I had some bells in there.
This hurts my hands now. Are you looking
Keep
for
clapping.
bells?
Yeah.
You can't find any bells. Bells?
Well, there you go.
No bells. Sorry.
Clapping complete.
What was
Good
the
work,
question?
us.
I've forgotten the question. Yeah.
We'll just move on to another
Oh
question.
no, I know it. Because it was a super chat, so we have to answer it. You can't
Oh yeah, I forgot that one. Would Amy ever do a day in the life of Amy? There is an actual drum kit going on out there now.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you can hear that. Somebody is out there playing the drums. That is amazing.
And you can hear them hitting pans and cheering. Oh.
Oh, that shakes everything. Yeah, that shakes everything.
Wow. Wow. Oh.
I can see my bells.
Oh, no! Dad! Give me a bell. Oh, there's only one. Okay, we're clapping again apparently.
Yeah. Get back into this.
That's awesome. Where? Oh.
Do the bells. Clap, Amy.
Okay, I'm clapping
Goodness
again.
me. Right, that's enough of that. Would you do a day in the life of Amy?
Yeah.
Look at all that clapping.
Aww.
I can definitely hear the drums. Awesome. It sounds like they've got a drum kit out on the street. I kind of want to go out and see what's going on. It's getting more and more elaborate every Thursday.
My hands hurt. I think I clapped a bit too crazy.
Right. Did you answer the question about a day in the life of Amy?
Yeah, I said I would.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Right, let's find some more questions. Is Andy allowed in the studio? No. Not because I'm a monster, but because there's no reason for him to be in here. And I kind of don't want him to know it's here because he'd love it and want to be out here all the time. And I'd be trying to record a video and he'd just burst in making loads of noise. So one of the reasons it exists, one of the reasons we never set this up in the dining room or in Amy's bedroom because she's only here like once a week, is so that Andy can't burst in or make noise from the next room. It's so that I can actually get some quiet to record my videos. Although apparently sometimes people play the drums outside, which is awesome. Right. Let's find some more questions. Would you like to live in Manchester? I'm assuming all questions are directed at you tonight.
No, sorry.
Okay. Are your new t-shirts SPD suitable, please? I don't know what SPD
What's
is.
SPD?
Yeah, should I know what SPD is?
I'll answer it if you tell us what SPD is.
Yeah, sensory processing disorder. Is that what that means?
I have
And
no
if so,
idea.
I mean they're just standard t-shirts, so there's nothing unique about them that makes them that. So if that's a thing that can exist, it doesn't. They're just normal t-shirts. What is Amy's island in Animal Crossing, and what does she think of the name of yours? What do you think of the name of my island, Amy?
I asked him about it purely to see what he would answer with, and he answered with
I love
straight
pens.
face.
Yeah, I
Me
love
too.
pens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a load. Look, hold on. Just as proof that it isn't just a gimmick, I genuinely love pens. Look at all these pens that I've got. So the obvious thing was Pen Island, because Pop Vinyl Island would have been too long. I could have had Comic Island, but I thought, no, I prefer pens. So Pen Island it is. What's your island called?
Cove?
It's just
Yeah.
so boring.
Cove. I mean, I thought it would add island on the end, so I just called it Cove, but it didn't, because it said, what do I name your island? I was like, oh, Cove Island's a great name. Just wrote Cove, and it's just Cove. I wasn't expecting that.
Right, let's remember, if you've got questions for us, put at Kevin Chapman, or we're not going to see them. There's lots of stuff going on in the chat that we're not seeing because we can't read everything, because I can't read that quickly. Shame the bin men and postmen know you record in the garage. It's fun having the bin men get involved. They're recurring characters of my Football Manager videos, having the bin men turn up, especially when there's excitement going on. And the postman does bang on the garage door when he knows I'm in here to get my attention when he's got something to deliver. Daryl Aldred, thank you very much for the super chat. What is your favourite wrestling match of all time, Amy?
I'm going to assume that one's directed at you.
I don't know. I don't really have a favourite wrestling match. Is it blasphemous in the way wrestling is these days to say I don't really watch it for the wrestling? I like the whole soap opera entertainment, over the top ridiculous. It's like real life comic books with heroes and villains and just silly. So the wrestling, although I can appreciate good wrestling when I see it, I don't watch a wrestling match and think, oh, that's fantastic. I have been known at various points over the years when I'm in a hurry, if I'm watching Raw, to fast forward over the wrestling and just watch the in-between bits, just so I can keep up to date with the storylines, but I don't need to see another wrestling match because I've seen lots of them. So I guess on that basis, my favourite wrestling match would be something like Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant from WrestleMania, even though it was a terrible wrestling match. But as a kid, watching Hulk Hogan slam Andre the Giant was possibly the most exciting thing I'd ever seen. Right, more questions. Have you adopted Andy? Again, assume that's directed at you. Have you adopted Andy?
No.
Neither have I. What GCSEs are you doing, Amy?
Oh, I haven't even told you about this. So I was given the official form, which means I'm probably not going back to school. I was given the form to decide like what I'm actually doing.
Okay, I thought you did that last year.
Apparently not. Apparently they let us choose an extra subject and then we'd have to drop one at the end of this year.
Okay.
I guess it's because things like business we'd never done before. But basically I'm doing history, RE, health and social, and triple science. So I was going to drop art. That was the one subject I was going to drop. But then when I chose to... I can't get my words out. When I chose to do triple science, it said I had to drop another subject because it's an extra like 3 lessons, so that would replace a subject. And I couldn't drop health and social because one, I like it, and I got stuff and added stuff.
Thoughts on the Boneyard match? The Boneyard match is the best thing. No, actually, sorry, the second best thing, because the Firefly Funhouse match was even better. But yeah, the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match were by miles the best things about WrestleMania, the best things about wrestling this year. So yeah, that's what I watch wrestling for, over the top silliness like that. Right. My goodness, WrestleMania 2. That's going back some. Was it WrestleMania 2? In my head, it's WrestleMania 3. It might be WrestleMania. Which one was the one that had the tournament that Randy Savage won? Because I remember they were. I think I had WrestleMania 3 on a double VHS. WrestleMania 2, I think I only watched. I watched when I was a kid, and then watched it again when I got WWE Network. Can't remember which way around they are. Though. Chloe Hamilton, thanks for the super chat. Chloe says, "Hi Amy, what is your dream job?"
I would like to be a pediatric surgeon.
A pediatric
Get
surgeon.
your words
Is
out.
that a children's surgeon?
Yes.
You just want to cut up some kids. That's
Yeah.
that's how you should say it. I want to cut up kids.
No, because it's like the most you get to do the most stuff. 'Cause
Okay.
kids, there's a lot of them that can go wrong.
Okay. I'm spitting everywhere. I'm sorry. Everyone's just seen spit in my beard because that was just. I don't really understand what you just said.
Well,
but-
no, because with brain surgery, all you've got to work with is the brain.
Okay.
But with kids, you can...
Well, I don't see the point in you becoming a surgeon that's not going to benefit me. You should be an old man surgeon because by the time
Yeah,
you
but
qualify, I'll be an old man.
If I'm a
Be a heart surgeon.
No, but if I'm a pediatric surgeon, that's... Oh, I just stabbed you. That's basically the same as, like, a general surgeon.
I need you to be good at heart bypasses and stuff because I imagine that's the kind of surgery I'm likely to need.
Oh, yeah.
So learn to do that because then I can get a heart bypass done at home when I'm older. And scrape out my tubes to get the crusty parts out so that I don't have a stroke.
Okay, next question.
Right,
Stress is
let's...
spooky.
Where would Amy most like to go on her first adult holiday?
My first adult holiday. That's very specific. I would like to go to Ibiza because I was supposed to go and then I never did. I can't talk. I never did. I don't want to go there.
When is Amy getting her braces on?
Oh,
It's all delayed now, isn't
yeah.
it? You were supposed to go yesterday, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, I was supposed to go yesterday for them to start sorting out putting the expanders in because I was supposed to have like one appointment each week for like 3 weeks and then put the expanders in. But it's been cancelled, so I still have messed up teeth that are moving back to basically before I had the blocks because it's been so long now.
So, long story short, when the dentists are open again is when
Yeah.
she'll do it. Because Andy's dentist appointment's been cancelled as well. So, the dentists are only open for absolute emergencies, which a general checkup or having braces fitted is just not an emergency. So,
Which means the blocks were pointless.
especially someone like you who's in between stages, it's not like
Yeah.
you've already got a brace in that needs adjusting
Uh-huh.
because you've
plan
not
to
started
fit
yet.
stuff in.
Yeah. So.
But they can't. It's super strange.
Lucy Collins says, Amy, can we be friends on Animal Crossing? She hasn't even figured out how to add me on Animal Crossing yet.
Yeah, he had to add him for me on my Switch.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I would suggest probably not.
I'm not very tech savvy, sorry.
And she wouldn't ever play with you anyway because it's hard enough for me to get a game with her. Can you put the mic closer to Amy, or can Amy speak up? Amy can speak up.
I will project.
Because of the angle the arm is at, there's not really a way to get it closer to her.
I will project as
But
much
yeah,
as
she
possible.
can lean in and shout into it.
Just might break your.
Do I watch AEW? I do, although I haven't for the last couple of weeks. I've not watched any wrestling since WrestleMania because it's rubbish without an audience there. So I need to cancel my AEW Plus and my WWE Network because there's no point spending the money on them when I just have no desire to watch them because the few that I did watch were rubbish. I can catch up on little bits on the internet and keep up to date with what's going on, but I don't want to sit through what is it, 7 hours of wrestling a week? And then some weeks 10 or 11 or 12 hours if there's a pay-per-view. I can't put myself through that when it's just boring as anything without an audience there.
Why is your pillow the wrong way around?
Always has been, always will be.
Because somebody just told me, and now it's killing me.
Yeah, it's always been like that. I've swapped it once because someone donated enough money to get me to swap it, and then for the next stream it was swapped back around this way again. It's always been this way up. It's just the right way up for it to be.
That's horrible.
It's always been like that. It's the way I put it on. It's the same as I always open crisps the right way up as well.
You open them upside down. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I hate you right now. You're a
That's where all the
disgusting
flavour is. The
human
flavour
being.
falls to the bottom, so that's where I want to eat the
So
flavoursome
just
parts.
shake it and then turn it the right
Just open it where the
way.
flavour is. Right, let's pick out a few more questions. Will Amy be on the Twitch stream? She will not. She will be sent to bed without any
I
supper.
don't even know what the Twitch stream is.
I'll be playing Football Manager.
Oh, that sounds boring. Sorry.
Where do you get AEW Plus? It's an add-on on Fight TV, so I can watch Dynamite live. Or what I tend to do is just watch it Thursday mornings. But I don't even know what happened. I don't even know if John Moxley's still the champion after last night. I haven't even looked to see what's been going on with it because I genuinely don't care at the moment. I'm really losing my taste for it, especially with poor old Rusev being released yesterday, which is why I'm wearing my Rusev Day t-shirt in tribute. Does Amy use a Switch to play Animal Crossing? Yes.
Yes.
If so, what other games does she have?
Minecraft, the Spyro Dragon one. I can't remember the name. Sorry about that. They're like the only 3 games I play / own. Wait, there's this hospital one that Lucy was playing yesterday on.
2 Point
Switch.
Hospital.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've got that on
I
PC.
want it.
Yeah, I could sit and play it right now if I wanted to. You should get a PC.
Do you want to pay for it on the Switch for me?
No. It's like 30 quid on Switch. I don't even have it on Switch 'cause it's so overpriced. Did you get your Disney refund in the end? We still haven't had the refund, apparently, because the deadline has now passed. I did speak to the company again last week, the travel agents we booked through, and they confirmed that our holiday is cancelled and we are in the queue for having our refund processed, and it will be with us at some point. I'm not holding out much hope of getting that money anytime soon, but at the end of the day, we don't actually need the money. I hope if they're watching, we need it soon. But we don't actually need the money until it's time for us to rebook the holiday anyway, because the plan is for us to keep that money to one side and rebook the exact same holiday for the exact same week next year. And I have looked, and it is available. The same week, the same hotel, the same number of nights there, the same number of days in the parks, the same meal plans. It's all still available at roughly the same price we paid this year. So my thinking at the moment, and I'll have to check the terms of my travel insurance to make sure I can get away with this, but my thinking is as soon as I get that money back, I'm going to book it for next year. And then if things are still crazy this time next year, claim on the travel insurance to get it back again, if that's something it will let me do. I'll have to look into it properly to make sure you can, but there's got to be some kind of protection in place for people booking holidays a year in advance at this point. But yeah, I think that's probably the best week for us to go. So the money's just going to go straight back on that anyway. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Amy, do you look more like your mum or dad?
My mother.
You reckon you look more like your mum than me?
Lucy looks like you, and I'm literally a little mini me of my mother.
But earlier in the stream, you said you were a mini version of me.
I am, but not so much how I look, so much how I act.
So you're cool, unlike Lucy, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying Lucy got the ugly traits. Jokes. Jokes. Luce, I love you.
Will you ever do a Kevin and Anna lockdown live stream? Yes, there'll be maybe even tomorrow, because Andy's at respite tomorrow for 3 nights. So either tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, I will try and persuade Anna to come on and do a live stream with me. The proviso I would put onto that is, yes, theoretically she's available because Andy's not here, but she's also got to finish her dissertation this weekend. So there's a chance she might be too busy to do it. But if I can find her free for an hour and drag her out here, or more likely set up a computer and a camera and stuff in the house to do it, because she won't want to come out here, we'll try and do it over the weekend. And you have to be nice to her, because if you're not nice to her, she won't ever do it again. Right. What have you spotted?
It's my friend.
Oh, hi Amy, it's Maddie and Abby. What GCSE option did you
Hey.
drop? Is this how you communicate with your friends now?
Apparently. You should watch the beginning of the live.
Yeah, watch it from the start.
Guys.
Right, you can say again. You dropped business, didn't you?
I dropped business and that. There you go.
Okay. What screens do I have? What, for my PC? It's 2 LG ultra wides next to each other. I don't actually know how big they are. 27 inches maybe, might be 24. They're awesome. I have lots of screen real estate. What are your favourite Krispy Kreme donuts? I don't know that we have I don't know about you. I don't think I have Krispy Kreme donuts often enough to know the names of the donuts. I just pick the ones I like the look of when I'm there.
I have I have 2 favourites. So at the moment,
Of course she does.
my favourite is like just the plain ring one.
At the moment, how often do you have Krispy Kreme donuts? They're so
Not that
expensive.
often, but right now, all I want is a plain Krispy Kreme.
Well, like the
donut.
glazed ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love the Biscoff biscuit ones. Those are a thing, aren't they?
Usually I choose something Like, do they? They've got one filled with Nutella, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, and all the chocolate sprinkles.
Normally I'll pick something with Nutella in, or something chocolatey, or something like that. But yeah, I tend more often than
Choose
not.
the biggest one.
Well, no, more often than not, if we're going to Krispy Kreme, it's because it's some kind of special occasion. Because it's miles away from where we live. It's like 15 miles away. You're practically on the A1 out of Peterborough before you get to the nearest Krispy Kreme to us. What are you talking about?
There's one in town.
Is there?
Yeah,
Oh, I never go into town.
It's
okay.
right outside Boots. There's a little store.
I very rarely. Oh, there is, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
I forgot that. I don't think I've ever bought anything from that one.
No, I haven't either.
But the actual drive-through one,
Yeah.
we very rarely go through. And if we are going to, it's because we're heading somewhere, and that usually means it's a cool time of year, and they have a special on, like a Christmas special or a Halloween special.
I got a box once for my birthday, or once or twice.
Yeah, it was your birthday cake. Yeah.
It's like.
So
special.
yeah, usually I'll either choose something Nutella-y or something that's the current special, like a seasonal special thing.
We spent longer talking about our favourite donuts.
Because we love donuts, and I haven't had a donut of any description for months.
Oh, me neither. I want a donut.
In fact, I don't know that I've eaten a donut this year because I'm angry because before all this nonsense kicked off, we were obviously on all those health kicks. I don't think I've eaten a donut this decade. This is a wrong that needs righting tomorrow.
Oh, if you're buying donuts, I want one.
No, I'm afraid it's not an essential purchase.
Oh,
David
yeah.
Carter, thanks for the super chat. Amy, do you have an awesome Kevin story?
Awesome Kevin story. What, an embarrassing one?
He said awesome, not embarrassing. Lucy was asked this question on Monday.
What did she say?
She couldn't think of anything to embarrass me with because I don't embarrass easily enough.
Hang on, I need to think of something then. Can we come back to that? Can you let that brew? I need to find something embarrassing.
Bernie McManus, thank you for the super chat. They say, do you miss McDonald's? Do you have the Cameo app? I don't miss McDonald's. Andy does.
I miss it.
I'm quite happy it's closed because it's saving me a lot of money. Because I reckon on average Andy would insist on a McDonald's probably between 8 and 10 times a month. We'd be getting him something from McDonald's, which of course meant that we'd get something as well. Not always food, sometimes just a coffee or something, but it's like a £10-15 trip every time we went to McDonald's. So it's saving me a lot of money, McDonald's not being open. So I'm secretly happy. Although he has now, because he's asked for it so often, he's now agreed that he wants burgers from Tesco, which means he wants Warburton's, those sliced Warburton's buns. So we've got to get him some of those. He just wants some bread rolls, I think, but he's finally willing to accept them as an alternative to McDonald's because we've driven past a McDonald's now with him, shown him they're closed. So he just wants some bread rolls at this point, I think. What was the other part? What was the second part of that question? Oh, Cameo. I don't know what that is. What is Cameo? I don't know what Cameo is.
2 stories.
Go on then.
So I don't actually know if you told me about this. The time you tried to climb the wall at Granddad's like Spider-Man.
I've told that at various. Yeah, that was long before you were born. I was like Lucy's age, and I climbed the wall outside.
Lucy's age. So 80.
Yeah, I climbed the wall on my dad's driveway, pretending to be Spider-Man, and the wall collapsed on top of me.
And then the other one, it wasn't.
And I kept it secret.
How?
I just told Grandad that it was like that when I got there, and the next door neighbour whose wall it is ended up apologising to Grandad because I could have got hurt when the wall fell on me as I was walking past.
Ah, Dad!
And I only admitted I did it like 5 years ago. Next part.
Sorry, the other one, it wasn't so much of an embarrassing story, but the only 2 stories I could think of was the Spider-Man one, and the one where somebody was bullying Callum, and you chased him around the school field with a bat or something?
No,
What happened?
He chased me.
What?
He chased me with a bat, this other kid. Basically, this is just like kids being kids. This makes me look like an awesome big brother more than anything. We were playing football out on the field. I would say I was probably like 12 at the time. So my brother would have been 9. And we were there with a couple of my mates, a couple of his mates. And one of his mates was just getting really stupid and did a hard tackle on him and hurt him a little bit. And then they had a little bit of a scuffle. And then this kid like pushed him over. So I put my leg behind his leg and smacked him in the chest and just basically crumpled him onto the floor. He was in tears and winded and crying. And when he eventually came to, he grabbed a cricket bat and chased me around the field, trying to hit me with a cricket bat. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, some kid was being an idiot to my
Wait,
brother.
did he reach you and whack you?
No,
How did you get him to stop?
because I was 12 and he was 9.
Oh.
And I just threatened to batter him again. But yeah, I was just looking out for my little brother.
But I bet he went and told on you to his mother.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to you? Did you get in trouble?
Usual kind of stuff when parents handle this kind of stuff properly. My dad apologised to the mum of the kid and then said, "Well done to me," after they'd gone for looking after my brother. David Carter, thanks for the super chat. David says donut versus burger versus pizza versus KFC. We're gonna need to clarify where the burger is from and where the pizza is from and where the donut is from in this scenario.
And like
it's
choose
important.
one from all 4?
No, I think if you could only have one, would you have a donut, a burger, a pizza, or a KFC? I think if I could choose any burger, I think I'd go for burger. But I'm not talking about a McDonald's burger or a Burger King burger. I'm talking about a real high quality, like proper burger, really good burger.
Now I'm thinking about either like a Krispy Kreme donut or like a Domino's pizza or a KFC. Now they all sound great. Can I just like merge them?
Yeah,
you know,
of course you can. You could have chicken and donut on pizza.
Yeah, that's my choice.
Athena W, thank you for the super chat. And you've sent a picture of somebody with pink hair saying thanks. Thanks to pink. Is that a GIF? That's not a GIF. That's called. There's a name. There's a name for that on YouTube. It's called. It's not a super chat. It's a super sticker. That's what they're called.
Oh.
So that's a YouTube super sticker.
Oh, fancy.
You can't just have GIFs on YouTube. They have to be super stickers.
Oh, okay.
Right. The coffee is gone, so we're going to do final.
No, that's Annika's cup. It literally says Anna on it.
Yeah, I use it all the time. She doesn't really drink hot drinks. So we're going to do the final 3 questions because I need to be done by like 8:30 to get set up for my Twitch stream. So let's pick out the final 3. Where is your favourite places in the UK? Mine is Southampton. Where's your favourite place in the UK? You all know mine's going to be London, and if I have to be more specific, probably Stratford, because I love Stratford. I want to live there. It's brilliant.
Mine is not London.
You have your reasons for that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not going back to London for a while.
She'll be at Comic-Con and stuff, I'm sure.
A horrible night though.
It was.
That was.
But you got to get back on the horse.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't think of any places. I don't know.
Bernie McManus is in with another super chat saying Cameo is an app where you ask YouTubers things.
What?
I don't fully understand why you'd need a separate app when we're doing exactly that here now, and also like I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram. There's plenty of places for people to ask me things. I'll look at it, but I don't know that I need another app. I'm too old for all these new social networks. Robert22664, thank you for the super chat. He says, big shout out to Umbrellas Charity in Derby, who do fantastic work with autistic children, especially in these tough times. We need you more than ever. Long may you continue. Thank you very much, Robert. That's awesome. And the Umbrellas Charity sound awesome.
That's
right, 2 more questions. Would Amy rather be learning at home or at school?
School.
But
no uniform.
Final question. Let's pick out a really good one. What was Amy like as a little girl?
I can't answer that. Sorry.
Yeah, she was like a smaller, whinier version of this one. Squeakier voice. Cried more.
Squeakier version of who? You?
Of you.
What?
When you were small, you were a squeakier version of what you are now.
No, but wasn't I... Who was the chubby baby? Me or Lucy? One of us was really
All babies
chubby.
are chubby.
No, but there's a picture in Grandad's house of 2
Oh,
babies,
Lucy, when she was when Lucy
really
was a
chubby.
newborn, she looked like Barry Fry. Just like she had a proper Barry Fry lip going on. Right, we are going to wrap things up. Oh, in fact, we had one more super chat come in. Stampy Longbow Vlogs. Hi, are you playing Minecraft, Amy?
I love a bit of Minecraft.
There you go. She loves a bit of Minecraft. We're going to wrap things up there, though, because I need to get ready for my Twitch stream. If you want to come over and watch that in about 20 minutes' time, twitch.tv/lollujo. I'll be playing Football Manager until we finish the season that we're in. And, of course, I will be back here tomorrow with another lockdown live stream. Maybe featuring Anna, if I can twist her arm and persuade her to do it.
Fingers crossed.
And it might be that for the next 3 days, the times on these become a little bit more erratic. Your best bet is to keep an eye on my Twitter. But with Andy not here, my cue to come outside when Andy goes up for his bath isn't going to be there. So it might be that if we want to watch a movie or something, we'll do them a little bit earlier. Or if we're already watching a movie, we might do them a little bit later. So just keep an eye on Twitter. They'll definitely be happening. I just can't guarantee they'll be very close to 8 o'clock for the next 3 days, but I'll do my very best. Thank you for everyone who's joined Insight. Thank you for all the questions for Amy, and thank you as well to everyone who got involved in the super chat. Your support, as ever, massively appreciated. And we will what?
I also sincerely apologise for my really creepy smile in the thumbnail. I can't be told to smile on cue. I don't know what it was, but it was a creepy
smile.
Ah!
There you go. That's what we'll do next
smile.
time. Toodle pip, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.